Yo, what's going on, Taka fan? It's been a little minute since I posted anything branded related. I've been kind of stumped on this deck, trying to figure out what I want to do and how we can compete. Because the Snake Eye deck is actually pretty strong, but it's not unbeatable. It is fragile in certain areas, and I think branded can take advantage of what a lot of that deck likes to try to do. Most people say it is a really good matchup, and I could see why. Because dealing with mirror jades and stuff like that. But I'll show you some interesting text to kind of help you in the meta. Because once somebody finds out how to counter it, this deck is going to be the counter to pretty much everything else. Outside of shifter decks most times. So first off, best normal summon, Aluber. 3 Albaz. Y'all know me. Can't leave home without 3. So I'm playing 2 Cartesia. Nothing's really changed about this. I think you still need this. It is just another fusion spell. And with some other cards in my deck, it does have a lot of good synergy. 1 Quinn. You only need 1 unless you're playing over 40, and this is a 40 card build. The Bestials aren't very good, but they are still combo enablers and they're extenders, so kind of still need them. And then I was playing multiple Shrouded Dragons, but I cut it to 1 for now because I wanted to play other stuff in my deck. And of course, we all know Tweety Bird, our monster negate at home. And there's a different build that I was working on where you do play sword and you kind of protect yourself from your Branded Fusion getting ashed, but that's more for fun. All right, more for the Branded engine. Definitely these 6. As long as they're at 3, we're going to just play them. And with some other cards in my deck, they have a lot of good synergy. 3 Deployment. This one's a little bit weird for me because it's low-key good and bad at the same time. It's not the worst whenever you are going second because at least this can flash out Albaz, give you a fusion summon. And then playing for the rest of the engine, Loss, Red, and Retribution. Nothing to really say about these cards. In this version, we do try to abuse Lost a little bit more. This pretty much gets belled every time, unless we have this. And in Retribution, this card lives in my hand. Still need it though. Free Recursion is still good. Then for the supplementary engine, I am still playing the 3 Black Witch. I think every deck should be playing this engine. It's so good. It adds a lot of consistency to every deck that it's in, depending on what you're trying to do. And being a spellcaster in the dark is actually really good for each of your fusion monsters. 3 of the Poster. Need this card. The fact that this gives you a free draw is actually insane as well. And I decided to change up the target for Poster. I'm playing the Subversion in the main deck. I was playing Rosella the Scythe, but with some of the other cards I'm deciding to play, I decided for now, cutting it is fine. And this is not bad. At least giving you a draw. It's still really good. Sorry about the noise, y'all. But obviously, I know I call this back of the bus because I send them to the back row. It's actually really good. And it definitely helps whenever you go in second to help break boards. And then for my favorite engine in the deck right now, I'm playing the Shawl package. I know a lot of people are citing this. Some are. Some took it out. But in Branded, I think we abuse this engine the best. I'm not playing that many Shawl names. I'll go ahead and show you. I'm playing a Beast in the Aerial. Because this card right here is pretty much literally an Imperm, a DD Crow, and a draw all in one card. So most times, they're going to hold Ash for Branded Fusion if they don't know you're playing this engine. And going first, yeah, it's a brick, but we do play other cards that circumvent that. And then the last card, Super Poly. This card is crazy. It's going to be even crazier during the next format. It's actually really good against pretty much every deck that's going to be viable. And it removes Fire King monsters and stuff like that without destroying them. And then for the extra deck, 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion, and 1 Lubellion. This is always my standard ratio. I always like these. I don't understand how people get away with playing 1, but for me personally, I actually like this. Sanctifier. So this is one of the ways that we circumvent drawing the bad Shaddoll cards and stuff like that. Because whenever we do resolve Branded Fusion or Shaddoll Fusion, we typically bring back all the targets against the opponent. So once we do the Shaddoll Fusion play, if it actually resolves, App Cologne, do the whole play, we can DD Crow them for 6 cards in total, pretty much. So if we go second or something like that, Aerial, hit them for 3 cards, and then Sanctifier during their turn, we could give them the Aerial again and give ourselves Albaz, and then we could make a window with it. So window plus Sanctifier, and then hit them for 3 cards. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'll go ahead and get the Shaddoll monsters out of the way. Like I was talking about, App Clone and Winda. Winda's still a really good card. And with the decrease in popularity for cards like Droplet, then more than likely this might stick a lot more often. And this is actually not bad at all. Like I said, it's a free imperm, and if it goes to the grave, you get a Shaddoll card and a discarded card. And the way that we also circumvent that is with Grand Guignol. So if you do go first, what we do, if we're trying to set up the whole Shaddoll package and we open Shaddoll Fusion, no way to use it, if we make the Grand Guignol, we could send her, search the Shaddoll card that we're missing, and discard a card. So now the Shaddoll Fusion is live. Rimbrum, this is pretty much one of our throwaway fusions off of Mirror Jade most times. But against Fire King, it does come up because of the requirements, taking a beast, winged beast, or beast warrior, or whatever. And sometimes we summon it against them, other times we just send it off Mirror Jade. And Alba, this is my personal tech. I've always liked this card, just obviously contacting, taking dragons, and comboing with it that way. But now that we're playing Branded Fusion, and we're also playing Shaddoll Fusion, now we have more targets to search with him. So sometimes if we don't want to throw away Rimbrum and we're not playing against a dragon deck, we can send this to get a Shaddoll Fusion during the end phase. Titanic Clad, sometimes we summon this and it actually gets pretty big because it is unaffected by monster summon from the extra deck. Be careful because Princess can still pop this if it comes from the grave. But the attack boost comes up, and most importantly, it gets to Quinn. So, and Masquerade, this is a Despia fusion that we could use, and we play a lot of light and dark monsters, so it always comes up. And being a chum blocker, it's pretty good too. And then for one of the main Super Poly targets is my dragon. So I'm not playing Garura right now because in my testing, every deck that I've played against, like Fire King or the Snake Eye Fire King deck, most of them have the same attribute, but a lot of them have different types, like even Rescue Ace. Sometimes you can catch them and go for the Garura, but sometimes this comes up a lot more. But in the future, I probably will end up playing it. I just got to figure out what I want to cut. And then Chimera, one of our main targets that we summon off Brandon in red, as y'all know. And against most decks, you just want to be able to pop their stuff and draw. So if you board into hand traps, like I always say, you can potentially draw into them. Or if you need breakers, whenever you resolve a Brandon in red, go in second, drawing more breakers, this is pretty good too. And this could clear Fire King board if you pop their field spell. But if they have Sanctuary, I think the ruling is still the same, like with Hugin trying to protect herself and the other card. It can't do that. So I think it's the same thing with if you use Chimera with 2 monsters on the field. You can hit the Sanctuary and the Island at the same time. But let me know what you guys think about this. This is something I've been theory crafting and working on for a little while. And I've been trying to get it solved and trying to prepare myself and help you guys prepare. So even if you guys decide that y'all want to play branded, y'all can at least give this build a try. Let me know how the testing goes for you guys, but so far for me, it's been pretty good. So leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.